Thank you for reminding me. It was missed for 10-15 minutes, but okay. Manufacturer claims the instrument of the precision must be multiple tests. So when you want to check the precision, you will go for multiple tests. Replicate means you will perform one test, replicate, you will do a second test, replicate, third time, third test, fourth test, fifth test. So multiple tests you will perform. Okay. So for precision, you need multiple tests performed on different units, performed on different units of same manufacturer, either performed in the same lab or preferably performed in different labs. If it is performed in same lab, you can check. You can say we are checking the precision of same one lab. But if it is different labs, you can check. You can checking it between different labs. Now I will discuss with you this picture particularly. Look at the picture very closely. A dog is weighed multiple times. Multiple times. Same dog, as you can see in the picture with the cloth, using a digital scale, all the measurements were very close to, very similar, and weight was found 55 plus 0.25, 0.01. So very good. This is very precise. Look, precise because range is very, very small. At time it means we are getting a answer. Sometime it was 0.25, sometime it was you can say zero point 0.5 point maximum 4.24 because it is allowed, and sometime 0.26. So whatever answer it was between this limit 0.25 to, oh sorry, 0.24 to zero point 0.6 limit. So this is very precise. Precise means multiple measurements, same results. If I am getting multiple measurements and all the time I am getting same results, it is okay. Now I am asking a very delicate question. You have seen a precision, you perform multiple tests, and every time if you getting same result, it is called precision. Okay. Accuracy is that you measure something and you check with respect to reference whether it is okay or not. Reference. Accuracy need reference. Precision does not need the reference. What do you think? The weight of the dog is precise, okay? It is accurate or not accurate? What do you say? I need a guess, whatever you say. Please discuss with me. Students, what do you think? It is accurate or not? I can see result is precise. We can discussing result is precise. Please discuss result is accurate or not. Abdullah Muaz, can you try again? It is accurate or not? I will discuss with you. No problem. Make your answer. Abdullah, can you answer? Saad, yes. What do you think? It is accurate? Saad, you saying accurate. Abdullah, you are also saying accurate. Faraz, you are also saying accurate. Al Walid saying accurate. Now I will tell you back one more thing. Accuracy means difference between measured and a reference or actual value. Reference or actual value. You can see this dog. What is dog wearing? Clothes. It means whenever I am going to weight the dog, weight of the cloth will also be added inside it. I want to measure only dog weight, not its clothes including weight. So actual weight of the dog I am unable to measure. Now tell me, if I measure the weight of the dog, it will be accurate or not? Now tell me. Dog is wearing the cloth. For example, your weight is 65 kg. Your body weight is 65 kg. You are wearing shoes. You are wearing clothes. You are wearing watches. You have mobile in your pocket. When I weight you again, your weight becomes 68. 3 kilogram including mobile, clothes, belt, shoes, some other things. So 3 kilometers is error. Understand? I want to check your body weight, not your clothes, your watches, and other things weight. So this can be precise. but not accurate. So this thing is precise, but it is not accurate. You understand my point? Khalid Al Walid Fras. You understand? Yes. So accuracy need reference value, reference with respect to original. We will see this thing in detail in more, so you can understand more. Look at here. This is my target true value. This is my target true value. This is my target and true value. I am throwing first, it is going center, then I throw second time, oh, again close to the same point. Then I throw the third time, oh, again they're very close to each other, fine. Look at here. I throw the first time, it is here. I throw the second time, oh, again here, but again close. Look at the third time, again thrown, again very close to each other. You can see the difference between this and this picture. What is common between this and this picture? Common is that they are very close to each other whenever you throwing. Difference is that, common is that they are very close. Difference is that this one is also on the target. All of these are away from target. So whenever they are very close to each other, they are called precise. Precise. Precise does not need a reference. Precise does not need a reference. Whenever you measure, for example, your bottle size is 10. You use a micrometer, has big error. You measure all the time 20, 20.1, 20.9. So every time it is 20, but so it is precise, but not accurate. You can see here, they are very close to each other. All the time answer. So definitely precise. Definitely precise. Now we will talk about accuracy. It is also on the target, accurate. It is away from the target, not accurate. So you can see good accuracy, good precision. Poor accuracy but good precision. Why good precision? Results are close. Look at here. They are away from target, away from target, away from target. So poor accuracy. But they are also away from each other. So poor precision. So this is the concept of precision and accuracy. Always remember one thing. Always. Precision means your answers are close to each other. Precision means your answers are close to each other. Each other. Accuracy means your answer should also close to the original reference value, like this. So your measurements can be accurate, precise, both good, but less accurate, more precise, more accurate, less precise. Everything can happen. And this is happens. Accuracy plus precision. You have high accuracy, you have high precision, it comes quality. So if you are high accurate, high precise, it means your error is less. If you are reducing your error, you are improving the quality. So quality will come with cost. We already discussed precision is opposite of uncertainty, means how much uncertainty is there. It is a wide range of uncertainty, for example, plus minus 1, plus minus 5. Uncertainty here is 2, uncertainty here is 10. So definitely it is more precise, it is less precise. So if you measure some data, normal data is spread is this: 1 reading, 2 reading, 3 reading, 4 reading, 5th, 7th, 8th. So precision means how data is close to each other. For example, if data spread is something like this, so not precise, not precise. This is good precision. But if average are the same from this, so they both have same accuracy. Accuracy tells with respect to reference, precision tells with respect to each other, not with respect to reference. Now we will see errors and we will see some more definitions. Errors, we know random and systematic errors. Errors are effects that cause the measured value differ from the true value. We already seen that. Random error cause random variation in a measured value found during repeated measurements of a variable. Random means you are performing some measurements, and sometimes value is different than the other, unpredictably. You cannot say why it is up, why it is down. So we can say it is a random. For example, here measurement reading number one, I have measured 10 readings. For example, diameter. I want to measure the diameter with respect to micrometer. First time I measured, answer was this. Second time measure, answer is this. Third measure, fourth measure, sixth, seventh. You can see sometime up, sometime down with the respect to average value. So this is called random scatter, random error. Other is called systematic error. What is systematic? Cause the offset between mean of the data and the true value. You can see randomly here, randomly here, randomly here, and but if I say my data average is this, which is fixed, I can directly say with respect to reference line, it is fixed. So it is a systematic, it is predictable. So error can be random, you don't know why, but error can be systematic. It means it will have a certain trend and you can predict that trend, increasing, decreasing, constant, whatever. So you perform test repeatedly, and after repeated tests, you find that either your error is random. For example, if I perform something, sometime my answer is here, sometime here, sometime here, sometime here, sometime here, so random. But if I do some tests, sometime here, sometime here, sometime here, sometime here, I can predict might be next time it will be here. So a systematic way, it is increasing systematic way. But here, any possible reason. So now answers can be random and systematic errors. Calibration, again errors. Now we were discussing errors. He says it can be random, it can be systematic. He says there are other types. We will discuss these. What is hysteresis type error? What is linearity error? What is sensitivity error? What is zero error? What are repeatable? And what is overall error? Overall error is normally the sum of these things with some formula. We combine this error, this error, this error, this error, this error, and sum, we can get overall error. Okay. He says there is a sequential test applies a definition applies to a sequential variation in the input value over a desired output range. This means he says sometimes what happens, you increase your first value is here, second is here, third is here, fourth is here, fifth is here. So you are increasing very sequentially, very regularly, not randomly. You already know. First time you will apply a load of 1 Newton, second time 2 Newton, then 3 Newton, then 4 Newton, then 5 Newton. So very sequential. Either you are increasing the load or you are decreasing the load. Again, very order. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So sequentially increasing or sequentially decreasing. If you are increasing, it is called upscale. If you are decreasing the load, downscale direction. Then first type of error, which is called hysteresis error. Hysteresis error refers to the difference between the upscale test reading and downscale test reading. It happens in many times in real life. For example, you measuring the stress strain curves, you can observe there. For example, you are doing some experiment. You increase the load, you find this point. You apply the load, then you find this point. You again find the load, apply, increase the load, you find this curve. Third time you applied, you find this one. Fourth time you applied the load, final time you applied this point. Now you say, I am loading, no, I will go for unloading. For unloading, you are thinking, I will follow the same curve and come back. But what happened on the other hand, when you start decreasing the load, at this point, output value was this. At this point, you were expecting this. It is in output value is this. So at this point, output is this. So it happens. It is called, the gap between the two is called hysteresis error. For example, you're plotting a, for example, stress strain curve. First it becomes linear. In linear nothing happens. You go up and you come back, same. So no hysteresis error. But once you are enter in non-linear region, if you apply, it is you are adding a load. If you are now removing the load, might be you will come like this, 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 this. You are decreasing the load. Again, you want to apply the load. Rather than going same way, it will take a different path. Here, 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 here. So upscale is different, downscale is different. So when this kind of phenomena happens, the error is called hysteresis error. Linearity error. Very simply, he says you are sequentially increasing your load and result is almost linear. This is second point, third point, fourth. Here it is deviating. So linear means straight line. You can fit a straight line here. Yeah. But actual data start varying. You were expecting a linear behavior, but actual due to some errors, it deviated from linearity. So this is called linearity error. We know linear error means straight line. Straight line equation is mx plus c, where it is called y-intercept. The relation between this linear measured value and non-linear behavior. For example, linearly measured value and non-linear measured is called the linearity error. For example, it can here. You are expecting your result here, but it went this way. So this is your error. Error linearity because I was expecting a linear curve and it is moving away from linear. When this type of error, it is called linearity error. Now, another is called sensitivity error and zero error. What is sensitivity? If you recall my previous slide, I introduced sensitivity is called the slope of the curve. For example, look at here. I performed test for the first time. First time I obtained this line. Then I performed second time test. Again it started from 0 and it went up like this. I repeated the test again sequentially and found a third test. Again it moved up like this. All the time you can say this slope is different, this slope is different, and this slope is different. So it is called sensitivity error. So maximum for a typical value, minimum for a typical value are nominal. So for a device, it can happen a sensitivity error, which is the slope of input to output. We can check. But here you can notice that whenever the test was made, every time it starts from 0. So zero error. So fixed zero error means no zero error was here. Now I perform some other test. First time I performed test, it went up like this way. Second time performed test, starting from this point, it went up from this point. Even third time, is extrapolate. It started from here, 0 here, and move up like this way. As you can see, here slopes are different. It is rotating. Here slope is fixed. Why? Lines are parallel to each other, parallel to each other, parallel to each other. So slope is fixed. But what happens? It never started from 0 point. So it is called varying zero intercept, and it is called zero error. Have you seen any example of your daily life as a zero error? Students, it is very common. Have you understood what zero error means and where have you observed? Your weight machine at home. Whenever you start taking your weight machine, you stand on it, you check your weight, but when you come out of your weight machine, what happens? It goes back to 0 all the time or not? Please answer me. Your weight machine at home, especially the mechanical one, not the digital one. When you check your weight, every time it comes back, if it comes back to zero, it has no zero error. But unfortunately, machine I have at my home, it is a mechanical one, dial indicator. For example, it start from zero and give me my weight, for example, 70. But when I come back, sometime it goes to here and sometime it comes back here, 5 kilogram, but never goes to zero. So it is said it has a zero error. And how we correct this is or a zero error? There is a wheel or there is a knob under it. I can rotate this and bring back it is back zero. So I remove zero error manually there. Please check at your homes. You are doing this. If even your digital machine, if when you remove your weight, it does not come back to zero, there is a button on it. When you press that button, it starts showing zero again. So that you are practically doing removing this error, zero error. Now we will talk about repeatability, final type of error. The ability of a measurement system to indicate the same value when we repeat the experiment. If it is repeating or not repeating, let's check. But independent application of same output provides the measure of instruments repeatability. Specific, somebody can claim that my instruments have good repeatability. It means the claims of repeatability are based on multiple carrier tests. It means not one test. If you are saying it is repeatable, you will perform definitely 3-4 tests to check again, again, again. You are repeating your test. Replication. Replication means copying the test again and again. Performed within a given lab. Look at here. They are talking about repeatability, but they are also talking about within a given lab. Okay. Within a given lab. Repeatability is a based on statistical measure. Remember, most of the time we are discussing data, graphs, plotting input, output, plotting accuracy, plotting this, uncertainties, whatever. So data. So it means statistical measures. This is called statistical methodology whenever we are going to plot something. He says normally the instrument repeatability, normally we go and measure by standard deviations. So what is this? Repeatability means repeatability error. The value claimed is usually in terms of maximum expected error as a percentage of full scale range or not to multiply by standard deviation. For example, this is my nominal value, this is my upper range, this is my lower range, and my data can vary or error between these two. So upper, lower, 2 plus minus 2 and deviation, how much it is deviating. So we have some special formulas. Full scale reading means the total instrument that it can measure. It can measure up to 20 millimeter, 30. What is total full scale reading? So it is total full scale reading. So total full scale reading 2 into deviation. So this is the upper, lower. So within this range, if data is varying, you can find your instrument's repeatability error. Now we are discussing reproducibility. Very close terms, repeatability and reproducibility. What is reproducibility? What is the difference between repeatability and reproducibility? Very slight difference. The term reproducibility, when reported an instrument specifications, refers to the closeness of agreement. Means you measure test again and again, same. They are good. When you duplicate the test, means replicate the test carried out under similar conditions. Here we are saying similar conditions. Conditions should be similar. Under similar conditions, if it is giving you same and same results, you are saying it is reproducible results. As with the repeatability, uncertainty is based on statistical measure. Again, its error we will measure by some standard deviation methodology. Manufacturer claims instruments reproducibility must be based on multiple tests. He says If you are going to check reproducibility, please perform different steps performed in different labs. This is very much important. We are saying repeatability. When it is repeatability, for example, it is this. Normally, it is not in different labs, but in one lab. So in one lab, if you are doing the test again and again, you are checking the repeatability. But if the test you are going to conduct, but not in the same lab, in different labs, you are checking the reproducible results. So this is a very slight difference between the two. Finally, calibration, repeatability, and reproducibility. We will see. So what does this mean? Precision. Precision, we already discussed that precision means we will perform multiple tests, multiple duplicate, replicate test, one test, two tests, three tests, four tests, fifth test, sixth test, seventh time, and we will see how much they are close to each other. So basically, repeatability, reproducibility, both are checking the precision. So there are some things those are common in between them, and there are some differences. He says repeatability, reproducibility means independent test results. Yes, they should be independent measurements. Okay. Same method should be used, whatever written. For example, if it is vernier caliper, it is micrometer, same methodology will be adopted as per standards. And we will check identical test atoms as well. These are common, same atoms, same methodology. Now, what are the difference? If it is repeatable, it will be in one lab. And we have performed tests in one lab and we will see in one lab results are how much close to each other. Reproducibility say no. You are going to check lab 1, lab 2, lab 3, and then we'll check your results whether they are close or not. So in one lab can be repeatable, but in multiple labs results will be reproducible. So multiple labs test. Same operator, different operator. Okay. If a operator is the same, it means you are checking the repeatability errors. But if you are using multiple workers, reproducible. Your, for example, micrometer procedure is standard. You tell that procedure to all the workers, and you gave same nut, for example, same balls to measure, same things to measure to everybody. Still, when everybody will measure, might be the result of everybody will be different. It can be same, it will be different. If different operators measure, might be result will be different because, for example, somebody is more expert, somebody is less expert, somebody knows the methodology to measure is more, other person knows the documents methodology less. So different persons will give you the measure of reproducibility, if results are reproducible or not. And same equipment, it can be from different equipment. It can be within short interval of time and it can be long interval of time. Normally, if we want to doing this test, might be preferences to cover to finish it within a certain limit of time because we want repeatable tests under repeatable conditions, repeatable environment. But here we will see, okay, if we wait some more time, give more time, check more time, let's see what happens. So it will be act as a repeatable, reproducible test. So this is slight difference between the two. Keep this thing in mind. So this is the end of today's lecture. And next time we will do